JAMB registration will soon commence, and there are two categories of things you will need for the registration. Number one thing is the things that you need to get before the registration, and things you need to get at the point of registration. These two categories of things are needed to get your registration done. But in this video, I'll be discussing with you things you need to get even before the registration so that you can save yourself unnecessary stress when the registration eventually commences. This video is not just about talking about what you should get before the registration, but also how to avoid mistakes that people used to do while trying to get those things. So stay with me. The thing is that you can also get these things I want to mention even when the registration has already commenced. But it is better for you to get it before the commencement of the registration so that you can save yourself unnecessary stress. For you to save yourself from unnecessary stress, it is better you get all these things before even the commencement of the registration. Without wasting much of our time, let's get into it. So the number one thing is the NIN, the National Identification Number. Without NIN, there is no JAMB registration, which means it is very, very important. In fact, not just important, it is mandatory that you get your NIN if you want to do JAMB registration. Whatever details you have in your NIN registration, that is what will be replicated for your JAMB registration without any changes. What I'm trying to say is that your biodata, like your name, your date of birth, your state of origin, your local government of origin, and all kind of things that you supplied during the NIN registration will be replicated for your JAMB registration. I've seen a lot of cases where some people will talk to me and they will say that the person that did my JAMB registration for me made mistake in my date of birth and made mistake in my names and all of that. Then I will tell them that it is not the person that did the registration for you that made the mistake. You are the one that made the mistake yourself during NIN registration, or probably maybe the person that did the NIN registration for you made the mistake. But the truth is that all those kind of mistakes cannot be made by JAMB. So whatever you have in your NIN is going to be replicated for your JAMB registration, which means you have to be very, very careful and make sure you are supplying the right and correct details you want for your JAMB when you are doing your NIN registration. And one of the most important things that I would like to talk about in this issue of NIN is that there are some cases maybe whereby you're not up to the minimum required age for JAMB, and you want to be like you want to make it seems like you meet up with the age requirement, which means you want to do some, I don't know. So whatever you think you want to do, you have to do it during your NIN registration. That is the fact. So if you fail to do that during your NIN registration, then that will cause a problem for you in your JAMB registration as well. What I'm trying to say is that maybe you are 15 years when you want to register for your NIN. That is not up to the minimum age required for JAMB or for gaining admission into Nigerian higher institution. Then you want to make it seems like you are up to the age. Whatever changes you want to make should be made during your NIN registration. Maybe you don't know the minimum required age for gaining admission into Nigerian institution or the minimum required age for JAMB. You can check the video I've made on that, and I will drop the link to that in the description box. So make sure you supply the correct details, your correct name, your correct date of birth, and whatever changes you want to make to your biodata should be done appropriately during your NIN registration, because that is what eventually will be used for your JAMB registration without any changes. So get your NIN ready even before the commencement of the JAMB registration. The number two thing on my list is the email. It is something that is very, very easy for you to get. All you need to do is just to go to the email service provider, maybe Gmail or Yahoo Mail, but it is most preferably that you use Gmail, because your Gmail is easier to navigate through and also very easy to make use of and receive email from anybody. Use Gmail preferably. So if you don't know how to open a Gmail account, you can go to gmail.com and follow the instruction to create your own account. The email is one of the medium of which JAMB used for communication with aspirants. For instance, after your registration, your JAMB registration slip and some other details will be sent to your email. And sometimes JAMB gives information about the admission status through the email. So it is very, very important you get your email ready so that you can supply the correct email at the point of the registration. And the last thing I'll be talking about is your phone number. You might be thinking like phone number is what is normal for everyone to have, but I've seen a lot of people that have problem with the issue of phone number when it comes to JAMB registration. A lot of people during JAMB registration will use their friend phone number, father phone number, mother phone number, and a lot of that. It is very, very advisable when you want to do the JAMB registration, use your own personal phone number. I'm sure if you are old enough to obtain JAMB form, I'm sure you are old enough to have a phone number. So make sure it is your own personal phone number. Invariably, if you have to use anybody's phone number apart from yours, it is better you use your parent phone number, not your friend phone number. But even your parent phone number, to me, it is still not okay enough. So it is better you get your own personal phone number and use it, because there are a lot of other things you are still going to be doing with this phone number apart from the JAMB registration. When you use a particular phone number to register for JAMB, it means that phone number has been tied to JAMB. So whatever you have to do on JAMB portal or with JAMB in the future will be on this phone number. Do whatever things you need to do on JAMB portal in the future will have to be done through this phone number if phone number is needed for that thing. So you have to take the smart decision now by registering for your own personal phone number and use it for the JAMB registration. And you should do that before the commencement of the registration. Those are the things I think it is very, very important for you to get before the commencement of the registration. There are other things here you need to get, but you can only get it when the registration commences. Let's wait till then, and probably we might come up with another video to guide us on that as well. I wish you best of luck. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you have not, and share this video to other people that might be in need. See you in another interesting video like this. Bye for now.